your friend and mine, Reginald Benjamin, from the Able-Bodied Believers Alliance. Reginald, how you doing? This is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents, the LMP Show. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, Deacon Hicks. It's good to be on. Good to have an opportunity to share with you some of the things that we are doing in the community to improve the community and make it a better place to live in.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I will tell you this much. I know we had a conversation about a week or so ago. Your face is so familiar. I know we must have either sat in on a meeting sometime before in the past within the village of Hempstead, but I will say I was so impressed with seeing your flyers around the village of Hempstead about the school supply giveaway. And that's when I said, you know what, I remember this. I remember the Able-Bodied Believers Alliance, ABBA Leadership Center Incorporated. And I got to tell you, the looks on the kids' faces, I mean, I don't know, was it 1,000? Was it 1,500? Give us a rundown of what happened.
Well, it was well over 1,000 kids, and we have been doing this for going on 10 years now. As you know, just to go back a little bit, you may recall I tried to meet you years ago when you was heading up the church in terms of their marketing, in terms of getting people involved with hosting programs at Faith Baptist. That's where
it was. That's where it was. Okay. Got it.
At that time I was looking to do some programming services there, and so I reached out to you. That was years ago, though. But in regards to this back to school program that we have, I want you to know clearly, first of all, that I've been a chaplain in Nassau County Jail for the last 17 years. And one of the common denominators that I find with the young people that end up in the criminal justice system is a lack of education. And when you're dealing with poor, impoverished, or not well-to-do communities, the issue of the basic needs are a problem. Some kids are going to school without proper school supplies. Some kids are going to school with families having to make a choice between trying to pay the bill and trying to prepare the kids in terms of their necessities to be successful in school. So that's been a battle for them. And so one of the things that we wanted to do as a part of our outreach and initiative was to reach out to make it easier on those families. And so we started, I thought I was doing a great thing years and years ago, just giving out 50 backpacks. And over the years, we have grown to the point where we're giving out well over 1,000 to kids in the community, first the village of Hempstead, and then those surrounding impoverished areas like Freeport, Westbury, Uniondale, and those kinds of community. The good news is I started this program a long time ago, and many people have taken up that banner and are doing it themselves. I started over at Miracle Christian Center. Bishop Gates is my former pastor over there. He took up that banner.
I got to stop you for 1 second. The Dream Big.
I started with them.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting in. It's just so many different memories of flushing into my head right now, and I'm like, that's where because I know we've intersected before in life. So go ahead.
Yeah, but with the Dream Big thing, Bishop Gates obviously saw that he had a passion for kids, and he saw that as something very significant, so he got his companies behind it. And that's when I just started taking it to the streets. We started over on Terrace Avenue, right on Terrace Avenue, giving out backpacks and school supplies, just to see the smiles on the kids' faces and to be able to let them know that the community itself is behind them in their education, I think sends a very, very strong and powerful message. So that's what we're trying to do. It's not just the book bags or the school supplies, but it's to let them know that they have the support of the community, and that's what the genesis of that initiative is all about.
Got you. But I got to tell you, Brother Benjamin, it's on the line of that's one of the initiatives tell us what else. I mean, we got the holiday season coming up, and I will tell you for one, we were just talking with a dad blogger earlier, Adam Cohen. We were talking about, some of the, we were talking about the holiday season, the stresses of the holiday season, and, kind of like our lives are condensed now because right after Halloween, you're going to see Christmas trees, you're going to see, Santa Claus running around, and everyone's pockets are going to be kind of tight. So, but before Christmas hits, what's happening with ABBA for Thanksgiving?
Well, Thanksgiving is another powerful initiative that we have. We do everything on the basis of our faith in God. I believe that what Jesus said when he talked about feeding the hungry and giving water to the thirsty and clothing the naked is a critical command from the Lord, and we follow that principle. And one of the things that we do in terms of the Thanksgiving is we have a celebratory atmosphere where we bring over 500 families. We give out about 1,000 Thanksgiving baskets. That's the turkey, and it includes all of the complimentary food that they can have a wholesome meal at home. There are many families that just don't have what they need. And me personally, my feeling is this. If the families can have a Thanksgiving dinner at home with their own children, with their own loved ones, it would be much better than be lining up in a soup kitchen. Soup kitchens have their place. But if we're talking about these are our families, we want them to have the same type of celebration that we have. So we give out up to 1,000 Thanksgiving baskets each year, and that's going on our 9th year for that as well. And we also have a program. We do a lot of celebratory stuff. We have Julius Pettis, who always participates in that. He's a very, very upbeat gospel singer, and he's heavily involved. Then we have literally several churches that are personally involved who come out to be an encouragement and try to pray for those families so they can be encouraged during the Thanksgiving season, rather feeling isolated and not knowing where they're getting their next meal from. And I'll tell you, partly the reason why I do this is I remember my own life because in 1986 I was homeless myself. And I remember going and getting a Thanksgiving turkey and some food and taking it even to my brother who had 6 kids and was unable to provide turkeys and things like that for the kids, for his own children. And so out of that, I felt like if somebody did it for me, I ought to be able to do it for somebody else. And so I'm just thankful for the opportunity. And it is Thanksgiving. And who are we going to give thanks to if we don't give it to God?
You got it. We're talking with Brother Reginald Benjamin from the Able Body of Believers Alliance, ABBA Leadership Center Incorporated. And question I have for you is, let's say someone is listening to this podcast, and let's just say they're on a different coast, and they wanted to organize and put something together like this. How would they get in contact with you, or what would be some of your suggestions?
Well, I have a wealth of suggestions. As I said, there are many organizations that picked up this mantle and have piggybacked off of what we do and do it in several different communities now. But the way in which these things are done, how you go about raising the necessary funds or getting people to donate the food and the turkeys, I'm perfectly willing to help share my little bit of insight. I've been blessed, I have to say to you, Deacon Hicks, in the sense that I have several different churches that align themselves with our organization, and they have these drives. They have the Christmas drive. They have the Thanksgiving drive, the back-to-school drive. We even have a Mother's Day event. And these churches make it a part of their missionary outreach to help support us. So that's how we're able to do that. We align with several churches. Like I said, my organization name is ABBA Leadership Center, and the word ABBA, we break it down like this: Able Body of Believers Alliance. So it's an alliance of several churches, and anybody that needs to get in touch with me, they can do it 2 ways. One, they can call me direct at my office. That number is 516-493-9790. Or they can call me direct if they need to on my cell phone. That's 516-398-7484. And I'm perfectly willing to share how we go about generating necessary resources so that we can host these events on an annual basis.
Brother Benjamin, I want to thank you for just coming through here and giving us, basically this knowledge. We want to actually, just before Thanksgiving, I want to have you come back because, people nowadays, if it's not 140 characters or if it's not on the Facebook page, they forget. So I want to make sure you come back on through here and let us know how things are progressing and how we can all work together for this initiative, all right?
Absolutely. We need volunteers to come out to encourage these mothers because they usually bring their kids with them. We need people that have resources that may not have a connection with the community but have the resources to support what we are trying to do, to come alongside of us, to be able to give. So I'm looking forward at any opportunity to get this word out, the necessity of trying to feed people in this local community, particularly in the village of Hempstead. We they say on the record we have 54,000 people here. But I tell you, if you talk about the undocumented people who are suffering as well, you got over 70,000 people in a 3.8-mile radius. So the suffering runs deep. So at any time I can get out and share that message, I'm willing to do that. We also have a job program where we're putting people to work. In fact, at charter school, we had several guys over there working. So we're not just feeding people, but we're empowering people so that they can feed their own families.
Wow. I mean, you know what? It's such a powerful message. And I want to thank you once again for coming through. And like I said, we're going to stay in touch. Personally, you and I are going to stay in touch because I don't want another 5 or 7 years to pass us on by. So, Brother Benjamin, thank you for representing yourself, your organization, the Able Body of Believers Alliance, the ABBA Leadership Center here on LMP Show, and we wish you God bless.
Well, thank you so much, Deacon Hicks. I appreciate you thinking that we're important enough that you would give us an opportunity to share with your communities of listeners what we're trying to do, and we certainly hope that people are inspired to want to do more to help other people because it's all about helping people, lifting up people. Somebody did it for me. I'm just following the script and trying to do it for somebody else.
Gotcha. Thanks a lot, brother. We'll be in touch.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was Reginald Benjamin. We had